What is your superpower? I found my superpower 10 years ago when I had an opportunity to serve the community and teach a youth leadership program. Since then, I've enjoyed teaching, mentoring, and connecting with young people. The young people tell me they have big dreams and ambitions. They want to make new friends and lead with a purpose. As a youth leader and educator, I believe every child is a genius and has potential. But this potential needs to be developed. Emily, a 9th grader, one of my students from the youth program, was a straight A student, but she could not find her voice in social situations. She had a smile which could light up an entire room, but the only thing holding her back was an inhibition and shyness. What you see here is a note shared by Emily after completing the youth program. This is what she had to say. I am confident. I enjoy conversations and like to make new friends. I want to make a difference and inspire other young children. She recently won first place in a school speech contest. Emily's transformation from shyness to boldness, overcoming her nervousness to become self-confident, is because she could connect and bond with her family in a supportive environment. Emily was able to converse with her peers and her friends. She could collaborate with her classmates and her teachers. The question is, why did a young person like Emily, who excelled in studies, would shy away from others and was unable to express herself in words? And we discovered many of her classmates had the same problem. Globally, many young people like Emily have social anxiety. Social anxiety, also called social phobia, is a mental health condition. That is, the fear of social situations involving interactions with other people. This fear can affect work, studies, and other daily activities. As per the United Nations estimates, the current world human population is 7.9 billion. And the population of young people, children and youth less than 20 years of age, is 2.6 billion, which is approximately 1/3 of the world population. Social anxiety is the third most mental health condition globally, facing more and more of the new generation of young people who are not fully prepared to lead the future which is in their hands. Today's young people, known as Generation Z and Alpha, are digital natives surrounded by technology. Hence, their non-verbal communication pattern using text message and social media is not well balanced with human conversations. This lack of human-to-human interaction and socialization is often reflective in their behavior of being shy, quiet, withdrawn, and nervous. In my decade of experience working with more than 500 youth globally, and through qualitative and quantitative data from youth programs, I found the top 3 root causes of teenage anxiety are: lack of self-esteem. Second, don't know how to talk with others. And third, fear of failure and being judged. How can you and I make a positive impact on every child? And more importantly, how can we collectively prevent this mental condition of social anxiety amongst young people? The solution is simple and it's free. I call it the 3 C's, or the 3C method to empower young people. Connect, converse, and collaborate. As a parent, educator, or community member, you can easily apply these 3 C's because they are a proven and time-tested method. Let's look at each one of these. You connect to the young people by active listening. Active listening is different from hearing because you give your undivided attention. By listening to them, you demonstrate receptiveness without judgment, fulfilling the need to be heard. As the global educator Stephen Covey said, seek to understand before being understood. The act of listening is very powerful as it creates a safe space and a circle of trust to bond and strengthens the emotional connection. Acknowledge by using your body language and expressions and maintain eye contact as you listen to the young voices to show your care and engagement. Appreciate them for what they share, which helps to raise the level of their self-esteem. A genuine appreciation such as, "Thank you for sharing your feelings," or "I really enjoyed listening to what you had to say," can create a big positive impact and makes the other person feel valued. Active or deep listening to young people may help them also reflect on their thoughts and enable them to find their inner voice. The second C is converse. The word converse is such a wonderful word. The prefix con in converse is a variation of com. The Latin meaning is together or in an association. Once a safe and encouraging environment is created, it is imperative to engage in meaningful verbal conversations to enable young people to express themselves freely. Verbal interactions are the cornerstone of human-centered communication, allowing them to balance and shift their communication habit from technology and social media channels. Start a conversation with a positive affirmation or a simple greeting such as, "Hello" or "Hi, today is a beautiful day. What was the best part of your day?" Try asking young people open-ended questions like, "What made you laugh today?" Or, "Can you share with me something you learned at school or college?" Conversation starters show interest and provide the other person a chance to share their personal experiences. Another way to engage in a conversation is to relate to their favorite topics, such as favorite sport or favorite food. And as you engage with young people, compliment them on what they have to talk about as their ideas or opinions, which helps build their self-confidence. Effective conversation is more than talking, as it transforms words into action. Meaningful and deeper conversations with young people will empower them to lead with new ideas, develop critical thinking skills, and improve human relationships and social abilities. Lastly, engage in making the conversation memorable and enjoyable. The best learning happens when the learner is fully engaged and enjoying every moment of the interaction. Effectively executing the first 2 C's of connect and converse creates a solid foundation for leading to the third C, collaborate. Collaboration means working jointly to create something. Today, we all live in a fast-paced, modern digital world. Parents, teachers, community members, and children are continually observing and learning from each other, thereby modeling behaviors in a mutually collaborative way. Hence, we must first get comfortable in demonstrating leadership at home. And young people need to see that. Involve everyone at home in activities and have a common goal, such as watching a television or a movie together or playing a family game. Involve the children in challenging and interesting activities related to everyday life, such as asking their ideas on a joint project like painting the house. Home is where children learn to collaborate with collaborators. And hence, I call home a micro-community of family, neighbors, and friends. They will learn to speak up and team up to collaborate outside the home, at school, and within the community. At school, collaboration can take shape through a joint project, such as drawing or doing a science project with other students. In addition, students can be encouraged to be part of a student-teacher committee to lead community initiatives like cleaning the neighborhood or participating in community events. These team activities train the brain to think positively, eliminate overthinking, and remove the fear of failure and judgment. Also, please encourage them to participate in youth programs or volunteer at nonprofits to learn the joy of serving and helping others. And as you model these behaviors, do not discourage them when they make mistakes or fail in completing activities. Young people need to know that it is absolutely okay to fail and learn from failures, because failure is the stepping stone to success. The key is involvement, because collaboration creates culture, a culture of respect, diversity, and teamwork. I have seen and believe in the power of connection, conversation, and collaboration. Habit is a result of practice. You can easily implement and practice the 3 C's to empower young people, enabling them to develop these lifelong skills, improve their self-esteem, and become confident and dynamic collaborators. Nelson Mandela said it well: the youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. I want to share with you a portion of a beautiful poem from Adam, one of my students. We, the young people. We, the young people, have big dreams and ambitions. We break the rules and traditions. For many of us, self-expression can be a pain. But with proper guidance, we can turn this to our gain. We depend upon you to guide and mentor us, because every child is a genius. These words from Adam inspired me to write my 2 additional sentences to this beautiful poetry. How can we spark up the young people and fill them with hope and joy? You and I can empower them with the 3 C paradigm to help shape a better future, one youth at a time. Each one of you has a superpower hidden in you. Use it, unleash it. We must act now to create a legacy. You and I and we all together can transform every young person by applying the 3 C method. Connect by listening. Converse by engaging. Collaborate by involving. Unleash your superpower. Leverage the 3 C's, and let's shape the future together. Thank you.